What's up, Aces fans? My name is Michael Mark Cantonini. He's Josh Sperber. We are getting you set with everything you need to know before Game 2 of a 4-game series between the Melbourne Aces and the Canberra Cavalry. Welcome inside to the Brick Lane pregame show. Well, Josh, things did not go the Aces' way last night. Game was scoreless into the 12th inning. Pitchers duel throughout a really quick game through 11 innings. And then things went south. The Canberra Cavalry exploded for 8 runs in the top of the 12th inning. They did it on 6 hits, and they eventually won the game 8-1. But let's go back to what happened before that 8-run 12th inning, and let's talk about the biggest bright spot of the night for the Aces, and that was the pitching, and it started with Cody Mincy.
Yeah, I mean, pitching definitely was the bright spot, and the brightest of that spot was absolutely Mincy. Shutout innings, allowing just 4 hits. I mean, he was absolutely dominant, a guy that we talked all night on the broadcast about. He's been getting better and better every single start. It's going to be hard for him to top last night. Pitching to contact, weak contact all night long, just 1 extra base hit. He was nothing short of dominant.
Really efficient, again, worked quickly, got a lot of early in the count outs, and like you said, shutout baseball over 6 innings with the 3 strikeouts, limited the hits. And it seems like every time out we say, okay, this was Cody Mincy's best start.
Yeah, again, it's really going to be hard for him to top that. And up until that 12th inning, the bullpen was just a shutout. We saw a great inning from Kevin Lennox. That 10th inning was, I think, one of the best defensive innings we've seen from the Aces. Started out on a sacrifice attempt. Lennox got the ball and got the out at third base instead of falling into the sacrifice trap, and then struck out the next 2 batters. He was absolutely great, and Lennox was solid in his first inning of work. Just that 12th inning was not the Aces' time.
Yeah, the bullpen was really good throughout, and like you said, the 12th inning, things just didn't go their way. Evan Rutsky, how about the 2 innings that he tossed, especially the second of his 2 innings in which he had a second and third 1-out situation and got back-to-back strikeouts to get the Aces out of the jam.
Yeah, he had a couple of starts this season where he's let up the long ball, but there were no signs of that. He's usually a guy who will just give you 1 shutout inning. That's really Rutsky's game. He's a great late reliever, but showing that he can stretch himself to multiple innings, again, just proves how versatile a piece he's been for the Aces in their bullpen all year.
Not a ton going offensively for the Aces last night, but we've got to talk about one guy specifically, Darryl George, who in round 6 before the holiday break against Geelong, Korea, reached the 300 games played mark in his ABL career. He's the first player to do it all with one franchise, and coming into the season, he was already the Aces' career leader in games played, but he is now the first in franchise history to reach the 300-game mark. What a feat for Darryl.
Yeah, over 10 years. He's been doing it since before he was 20. There's really not much more that we haven't already said about Darryl George that can be said. He has been so much for this franchise, helped them to those 2 championships, the Helms Award winner last year. He has meant so much to this Aces team, and it's really great to see that he stuck with the Aces through 300-plus games, and we hope to see 300 more.
Absolutely. At 29 years old, you know he's got a shot. I mean, a lot of guys play into their 40s here in the ABL. You just never know, but Darryl's been a mainstay in the middle of the Melbourne Aces lineup for a decade now, and congratulations to him on reaching 300 games played in his ABL career, all with the Aces. And not only that, he's just one of the best guys to be around. You know, you talk to him on the field before, after BP, stuff like that. He's a great dude, and we want to give a shout out to Darryl for getting to 300 games with the Aces. So let's flip over to tonight's game, Game 2 of the series against the Cavalry. Brian Flynn on the mound. What do you expect from Brian tonight?
A lot more strikeouts. You know, that's something he's been in the top 5 or 6 guys in the league in terms of strikeouts for pretty much the entire season. The only reason I think he's not on the top of that list is because that Auckland series got washed out. You expect him to attack hitters and just strike a lot of batters out. He's had more than half of his strikeouts here at home, so we're hoping to see the strikeout king get his crown back.
Flynn remains one of the top pitchers in the ABL, even with that series that washed him out, still among the league leaders in the strikeout department. The Aces are confident with him going on the bump. And let's do something we haven't done before here on the pregame show, Josh. I'm going to put you on a spot. Give me a standout star for tonight's game.
It's always tough because there are really so many to choose from, but I'm going to go with Jacob Robson. Okay. He had a really great end to the game last night. 1 ball hit really far that was pretty close to where we're standing in this Brick Lane pregame show right now. Almost went out of the park. He had a comeback liner, a really nice play by Frank Gailey that was made. He's due, and it kind of started off with an RBI single he hit in that 12th inning, the only run of the game for the Aces last night. I expect him to keep it going.
All right, lock it in. Josh's standout star for tonight's game, Jacob Robson, the first pick of the season. We'll see how it goes. But the vibes are high here at Melbourne Ballpark. The sun is shining, not a cloud in the sky. We got Taylor Swift bumping in the background here at the ballpark. We're ready to go. Josh, you ready to go?
Always. Let's do it.
Keep it locked on Aces TV. We'll be live in a couple minutes.
It's another great night for a ball.